Sedna, the sea goddess, an Inuit legend. Long ago, in a small Inuit village, there lived a beautiful young woman named Sedna. Though many strong hunters wished to marry her, she refused them all, for none could satisfy her heart. Her father, a kind but impatient man, grew frustrated with her stubbornness. One day, a mysterious stranger arrived at their village. He was a tall, handsome man dressed in fine furs, and he promised Sedna a life of comfort, warmth, and abundance. He told her that his home was filled with riches and that she would never go hungry. Enticed by his words, Sedna agreed to marry him and left with him in his kayak. But as they traveled across the icy waters, Sedna realized she had been deceived. The man was not a man at all, he was a bird spirit, a fulmar, disguised as a human. He took her to his desolate island, where she was forced to live in a cold, barren nest, eating nothing but raw fish. She cried in despair, longing for her father and the comforts of her home. Hearing of his daughter's misery, Sedna's father was filled with guilt. He set out in his kayak to rescue her, and when he arrived, he found her weak and sorrowful. Together, they fled across the sea, hoping to escape the bird spirit's wrath. But the fulmar was enraged when he discovered Sedna missing. He summoned a mighty storm, whipping the ocean into a furious frenzy. Waves crashed against the tiny kayak, threatening to overturn it. Terrified for his own life, Sedna's father did something unforgivable. He pushed Sedna overboard into the freezing waters. Desperate, she clung to the side of the boat, her fingers gripping the edge. But her father, blinded by fear, took his knife and cut off her fingers one by one. As they fell into the ocean, they transformed into the creatures of the sea, whales, seals, walruses, and fish. Sedna sank into the depths of the ocean, betrayed and abandoned. But she did not perish. Instead, she became something greater, a powerful goddess of the sea. Her hair flowed like dark seaweed, and her eyes held the sorrow of all who had ever suffered. From then on, she ruled over all marine life, deciding the fate of hunters and fishermen. The Inuit people say that when the sea is angry, it is because Sedna's hair has become tangled, and only a shaman brave enough to descend into the deep and comb her hair can calm her wrath. To this day, those who depend on the ocean honor Sedna, for she alone controls the creatures of the sea and determines whether they will grant their bounty to those who seek them. Thus, Sedna, once a helpless girl, became a goddess, a mother of the sea, never to be forgotten.